제29회 WBSC 기장 세계 청소년 야구 선수권 대회 8차에 이곳 기장-현대차 블랙박크를 찾아주신 여러분을 환영하며 감사의 말씀드립니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome and thank you for attending today's game at Ballpark in Busan City for the WBSC U-18 Baseball World Cup 2019.
관중 여러분, 제29회 WBSC 기장 세계 청소년 야구 선수권 대회 이곳과 캐나다 경기를 시작하겠습니다.
Today's competition features Team the United States of America versus Canada, where we started.
양팀 선수단을 소개해드리겠습니다. 먼저 미국 선수단입니다.
Introducing today's lineup. First, the visiting team, USA.
감독 잭 레겟,
Manager, Jack Leggett.
코치 스콧 벤펜,
Coach, Scott Bankhead.
코치 제라드 에디어드,
Coach, George Glayer.
코치 그레그 리치,
Coach, Greg Leach.
이번 타자 클린트 크로 암스트롱,
Batting first, Pete Crow Armstrong.
이번 타자 로버트 패스,
Batting second, Robert Castle.
이번 타자 AJ 부코비치,
Batting third, AJ Vukovic.
이번 타자 타일러 서더스톤,
Batting fourth, Tyler Soderstrom.
이번 타자 놀란 맥클레인,
Batting fifth, Nolan McClain.
6번 타자 듀류 로모,
Batting sixth, Drew Lomo.
7번 타자 코비 홀터,
Batting seventh, Colby Porter.
8번 타자 헌터 하스,
Batting eighth, Hunter Haas.
9번 타자 밀란 톨렌티노,
Batting ninth, Milan Tolentino.
투수 벤 퍼널레스,
Today's starting pitcher, Ben Fernandez.
그의 예비 선수입니다.
And the result, Team USA.
이어서 캐나다 선수단입니다.
For Team Canada, today's home team.
감독 그레그 해밀턴,
Manager, Greg Hamilton.
코치 크리스 베로,
Coach, Chris Beck.
코치 조형,
Coach, Hyung Cho.
코치 로드 파타,
Coach, Robert Patel.
이번 타자 마이클 맥도웰,
Batting first, Michael McDowell.
이번 타자 다산 브라운,
Batting second, Dassan Brown.
3번 타자 TJ 스코필드 쌤,
Batting third, TJ Schofield Sam.
4번 타자 라이언 리치,
Batting fourth, Brian Leach.
5번 타자 오웬 비우다티,
Batting fifth, Owen Diodati.
6번 타자 시저 발레로,
Batting sixth, CJ Valero.
7번 타자 노아 헐,
Batting seventh, Noah Hall.
8번 타자 오스틴 고,
Batting eighth, Austin Gong.
9번 타자 엘라이자 하밀,
Batting ninth, Eliza Hamill.
투수 저스틴 소튼스,
Today's starting pitcher, Justin Wilson.
그의 예비 선수입니다.
And the result, Team Canada.
다음은 동경기를 진행할 심판이 주심 1번의 시냐 타카하시, 1루심 멕시코의 에른 자블라노, 1루심 중국의 티안 유양, 3루심 스페인의 예로니모 모레노, 이상 4분께서 수고해 주시겠습니다.
Today's umpires are home plate Mr. Shinya Takahashi from Japan. First base, Mr. Erin Zambrano from Mexico. Second base, Mr. Tian Yuan from China. Third base, Mr. Veronimo Moreno from Spain.
미국과 캐나다의 국가가 연주되겠습니다. 양팀 선수 및 관중 여러분께서는 모자를 벗고 기립하여 국기를 향하여 주시기 바랍니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your caps as we play the national anthems of the United States of America and Canada.
먼저 미국 국가 연주가 있겠습니다.
First, the visiting team, the United States of America.
이어서 캐나다 국가 연주가 있겠습니다.
And then the home team, Canada.
Good afternoon and welcome to Gijang in the Republic of Korea. It's the Day 8 coverage of the 2019 U-18 WBSC World Cup. And we've got a good matchup. North American neighbors, the United States taking on Canada here from Field 1. Hi everybody, great to have you with us. Jason Schwartz on an overcast and cloudy day, but dry for now as the United States tries to continue their push to make it 5 straight U-18 World Cup titles. Meanwhile, Canada is trying to make it tough on them while keeping their slim medal game hopes alive. Let's jump into the starting lineup. First for the United States, they come in at 2-1 here in the Super Round, led by manager Jack Leggett. Yesterday had a great game against Australia that they won 2-1 on a walk-off hit by Drew Romo. Pete Crow Armstrong leads off in center field. Robert Hassel, the left fielder, bats second. A.J. Vukovic hitting third in right. Tyler Soderstrom, the designated hitter, bats cleanup. He's followed by first baseman Nolan McLean. The catcher Drew Romo hitting sixth. Colby Halter bats seventh at third base. Hunter Haas batting eighth at second. And rounding out the order, Milan Tolentino, the shortstop, against lefty Justin Thorstensen for Canada. There you get a look at Jack Leggett, the United States manager. Canada about to take the field here. We take a look at Justin Thorstensen's defense behind him. In the outfield, Cesar Valero in left field, Desan Brown in center field, Micah McDowell in right. TJ Schofield Sam playing third, Austin Gom at shortstop, Elijah Hamill at second base, Noah Hull at first, and Ryan Leach does the catching for Thorstensen. Manager Greg Hamilton for Team Canada. He looks on. Canada had a tough one yesterday taking on Japan, and they ran into a buzzsaw as Japan sent their brilliant right-hander Yasunobu Okugawa to the mound. And Canada managed to get one run on an Owen Diodati homer, but Okugawa struck out 18 over 7 innings. Japan won it 5-1. Speaking of Japan, the home plate umpire for this matchup, representing Japan, Takayashi Shinya, is behind home plate. The umpires elsewhere, Erwin Zambrano of Mexico at first base, Tianhe Wang of China at second, and Geronimo Moreno is the umpire at third. He is from Spain. Well, a lot on the line here. Canada's record after their loss to Japan yesterday in the Super Round is 0-3, so their chances at a medal game on Sunday are pretty slim. They'd have to win out. They'd need some help as well, but they can certainly make things difficult on the United States. 4 teams in the Super Round with a 2-1 record: Australia, Japan, Chinese Taipei, and the United States. Meanwhile, Korea is 1-2. The other Super Round games today, right now over on Field 2, Chinese Taipei and Australia, battle of 2-1 teams. And then later on tonight here on Field 1 at 6 o'clock local time, it's Japan and Korea. Pete Crow Armstrong, terrific center fielder for the United States, leading off. And the first pitch from the lefty Justin Thorstensen is fouled back, and we are underway. Pleasure to have you with us. We are getting closer to Sunday. The gold medal game looming. And right now the field really seems to be wide open this year. Thorstensen misses low and in for ball 1. First start for Thorstensen this week, but his 4th appearance. He's pitched 3 times out of the bullpen. Next pitch swung on, hit in the air towards the line in left. Coming over the left fielder, Valero dives, can't get it. Crow Armstrong off to the races, hit second, heads for third. Ball dug out of the corner, and Crow Armstrong, the feet first slide. He's got a triple, and United States in business to get this one going. Excellent effort by Valero. Sprinting over towards the line, he gave it his all, but came up short. And Crow Armstrong with great speed, one of the best athletes in this tournament. He was flying around the bases. Robert Hassel stands in. United States with a really formidable top 2 in the order. Pete Crow Armstrong, that was his 10th hit of the tournament. Now you have Robert Hassel, who comes into the day with 12 hits this week, most of any player in this U-18 World Cup. Thorstensen drops a strike in on Hassel. Hassel hitting .480, 12 hits and 25 at bats. He has scored 10 runs. That leads the tournament. He's also driven in 8. He has one of 2 home runs for the U.S. Looks at a pitch low and away. Count even on him at 1 ball and 1 strike. Thorstensen kicks in the next pitch. Hassel swings. Skies one out to right center. Playable. Should get Crow Armstrong home. Brown makes the catch. Crow Armstrong coming. The throw to the plate. Offline. And Crow Armstrong scores. It's an RBI for Hassel, his 9th of this U-18 World Cup. And just like that, 2 batters into the game, the United States leading Canada 1-0 as AJ Vukovic comes to the plate.
Now batting number 30, right field, AJ Vukovic.
If Brown's throw had been online, he might have had a chance. But it was well up the third baseline. And so now Vukovic takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Justin Thorstensen. Again, we mentioned has pitched 3 times in relief. He pitched against Korea, China, and Australia. Against China and Australia, only threw 2/3 of an inning. Against Korea, he threw 2 innings. Did not allow a hit. 2-0 popped up. Foul back out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. Thorstensen from Langley in British Columbia. Tall lefty, 6'4", 17 years old. Kicks and comes home to Vukovic. Swings and tops one foul. Vukovic a little bit under the weather before today's game. He was penciled into the lineup, but there was a thought that maybe the United States might make a change. And AJ good to go. Almost hit one out yesterday in that dramatic, close thriller between the United States and Australia. 2-2. Ground ball, hit to third, and eats up Schofield Sam, and he's got no play. An error on the third baseman, TJ Schofield Sam.
Now batting number 5.
Vukovic going down to get that one. Schofield Sam got eaten up. Thought he was going to get a long hop. Ate him up to his left and in and out of his glove. So the error puts a runner at first base with 1 away for Tyler Soderstrom, the United States DH. Thorstensen's curveball in for a strike. Soderstrom 6 for 22 this week. Looks down at his manager, Jack Leggett, coaching third. He flashes signs. Swing here, ground ball, and that eats up Hull. It's into right field. Vukovic continues to third, and the United States in business. First and third with 1 out. Already up 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. Canada just not executing. Again, the margin for error for Canada today, next to none. It's back-to-back errors. But Canada, with the way the standings work, their record in the Super Round goes back into the group stage as well. The 2 teams in the Super Round from the group stage that were in their group, they lost to both and then lost to Japan yesterday. So that's how they are 0-3. And again, to make a medal game, they'd have to win out and need some other help as well. 0-1 on Nolan McLean. He got the United States on the board yesterday. It was a really good pitcher's duel. McLean with an RBI single in the 6th inning put the United States up 1-0. Australia tied it with 2 out in the 8th. On a double that hit off the top of the wall, so close to a home run. A game of inches. Instead, it only tied the game, and then the U.S. walked it off. Here's a ground ball left side. Schofield Sam diving to his left, in and out of his glove. A run scores, and everybody's safe. A hit for Nolan McLean, an infield RBI single. It's 2-0 U.S. Canada doesn't look quite recovered from that game last night. So close. Schofield Sam diving for it, actually had it hit the palm of the glove. And he couldn't bring it in. So now Drew Romo. He had the walk-off single in the bottom of the 9th to beat Australia yesterday. Heartbreaking finish for Australia. First pitch here to Romo. Switch hitter bats right-handed and looks at a fastball outside. Ball one. The first 3 pitches of the bottom of the 9th inning. Hit batter, and then a sacrifice bunt attempt that ended up going for a hit. So the bases were loaded with nobody out. Infield came up and Romo hit one through the middle. And the United States improved to 2-1 in the Super Round. 5-1 overall here this week. Canada overall 3-3. Unfortunately for them, all 3 of their losses against teams in the Super Round. The 1-1. Fastball in there, 1-2 on Drew Romo. Romo batting .294, 5 of 17 this week. United States up 2-0, looking for more. They have 2 hits. Canada's committed 2 errors. Here's the 1-2. Right down the middle, got him. First strikeout for Thorstensen, the second out of the inning. And Colby Halter, the batter. Halter's had a good week, 8 for 18. 444 batting average. The left-on-left matchup here. A light breeze coming in from right field as we play here in the top of the first, just after noontime locally. Great to have you with us wherever you may be around the world. North American rivalry here. Neighboring countries, the United States and Canada. Thorstensen ready with 2 on and 2 out the pitch. And Halter takes a strike. The United States came into the game with a .305 team batting average. That's the best in the tournament. One. Low and outside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Canada 4th with a .284 average. Canada leads the tournament with 5 home runs, tied with Japan. Halter waits. 2-1. Thorstensen pitches. And a foul ball evens the count at 2-2. Justin looking in at Halter. Thorstensen committed to play college baseball at Oregon State University. 2-2. Ground ball, right side, foul. Hold on a second. There's some confusion. Finally, the call confirmed by Erwin Zambrano, the first base umpire. Halter fouled it off his foot. Canada with the ball rolling in fair territory. Tried to see if they could sneak the final out there. See, it hits off the bottom of his front leg. So Halter digs back in. 2 on with 2 out. 2-0 the United States. We're still in the top of the first. The pitch. Line drive to center, and Brown has to play it on a hop. Around third, Soderstrom. Throw to the plate. Leach can't handle the hop. Soderstrom safe. McLean takes third. 3-0 United States. Not a bad throw from Brown. Leach got himself into a bad position at the plate. Solid line drive single for Halter. And you see the throw just to the wrong side of the plate. And Leach got eaten up by it. He dropped it, then picked it up. It was a close play. But Soderstrom able to sneak in there. So McLean is at third, Halter at first with that RBI single, and here comes the 8th batter to come to the plate in the inning, Hunter Haas. First pitch from Thorstensen, taken outside, runner going, and the throw down not in time. Halter steals the base. The United States has now stolen 7 bases this tournament. They've been caught 3 times. Good jump there by Halter. And Leach's throw couldn't get him. Now 2-0 on Haas as he takes one in the dirt. Milan Tolentino, number 9 hitter in the order, is on deck. And Thorstensen already up to 28 pitches here. This is the second time that Canada has had a rough first inning on this field, the main park. Haas takes strike 1. During the group stage, Canada took on Korea and gave up 6 runs in the first inning. Almost came back in that game. They had plenty of opportunities to do it. They ended up losing 8-5. 2-1. Fly ball, right center. Brown comes over. He has to play that one on a hop. In comes McLean. Halter right behind him. The United States up 5-0. Hunter Haas with a 2-run single. Line drive right center. Thought Brown might have a chance to catch it. Kind of pulled up at the last moment. McLean scored, and Halter came in standing up right behind him. Quick meeting at the mound here. Look out at Son Brown. He's had a few chances to make some throws here. Inning started with a Crow Armstrong triple. Then Hassel hit the sac fly to Brown. Vukovic and Soderstrom then each reached on errors. And McLean with the infield RBI single. Romo struck out. Halter singled. And now we have catcher's interference here on Ryan Leach. And Leach is upset. He just slammed his mask against his shin guard. Oh yeah, got a huge piece of the glove there. Frustrating top of the first inning for Canada. And they're going to get action down in their bullpen. Looks like Connor O'Halloran is down there starting to throw. 0-1. Crow Armstrong at the plate. Fouls it up. So Milan Tolentino reaches on the catcher's interference. That goes down as an error. It's the 3rd error of the inning. Two on, 2 out, the pitch. And that one off Leach's glove into the backstop. A passed ball moving runners up to second and third. Crow Armstrong with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Runners at second and third. The United States looking to pile on. Up 5-0 already. Thorstensen pitches. Crow Armstrong fouls it away. He started this inning with a triple. Meanwhile, Ben Hernandez, the U.S. starter, liking what he sees. He's going to take the mound with a big cushion. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Crow Armstrong waiting. Thorstensen deals. Crow Armstrong stays alive. Crow Armstrong now 10 for 23 at the plate. Playing some terrific center field as well. One and 2. Count evens up. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Now Canada in a big early hole, but plenty of time to make noise and come back. The 2-2. Slapped foul. Crow Armstrong still up there. Nice defensive swing there. Went after a pitch in a good spot. Thorstensen ready. He works from the third base side of the rubber. And a pitch, line to second, caught by Hamill, and that ends the inning. But the United States sends 10 to the plate. They score 5 runs on 4 hits. There were 3 Canada errors and a passed ball. 2 runners left on base. Ben Hernandez to the mound. It's 5-0 U.S. after half an inning.
미국 수비치를 말씀드리겠습니다. 투수 벤 헬란데스, 보수 주류 로모, 1루수 놀란 맥크레이, 2루수 헌터 하스, 3루수 콜빈 홀터, 유격수 밀란 토렌티노, 좌익수 로버트 헤스, 중견수 피트 크로 암스트롱, 우익수 AJ 부코비치. 이상이 되는 수비는 미국 수비치였습니다.
On defensive for Team USA at the bottom of the first inning, pitcher Ben Hernandez, catcher Drew Romo, first base Nolan McLean, second base Hunter Haas.
Ben Hernandez takes the mound against a Canada lineup that has work to do. They start with Micah McDowell in right field, the center fielder Desan Brown, then third baseman TJ Schofield Sam. Middle of the order, catcher Ryan Leach, designated hitter Owen Diodati, left fielder Cesar Valero. And the order rounds out with the first baseman Noah Hull, shortstop Austin Gom, and the second baseman Elijah Hamill. Ben Hernandez on the mound, the defense behind him, Hassel, Crow Armstrong, and Vukovic in the outfield. Halter Tolentino on the left side of the infield, Haas and McLean on the right side. And Hernandez working with battery mate Drew Romo. First pitch to Micah McDowell's fouled away. We'll see how Canada responds here. A tough top of the first. 5 runs scored, only 1 of the runs earned. There were 3 Canada errors. Hernandez pumps in a strike. No balls, 2 strikes quickly on Micah McDowell. McDowell out of the leadoff spot all week for Canada. 7 for 27, batting .259. He has 1 home run. Again, Canada tied for the tournament lead with 5 homers. Pitch into dirt. Check swing, he went around. Throw down to first, completes the strikeout. Nice play by Romo. Had a tough time finding it. It was sitting right by his feet. Ben Hernandez starts his afternoon with a strikeout.
Now batting number 8, center field, Tassat Brown.
Now Desan Brown, very talented center fielder, takes outside for ball 1. Ben Hernandez making his second start of the tournament. The 1-0 pitch to Brown. Good fastball, 148 kilometers per hour. Low 90s heat from Hernandez. It's 1-1. Hernandez's first start came on this field against Japan, and he struggled, gave up 6 runs on 5 hits in 2 innings. Took the loss in that one. Perfect spot there on a fastball outside edge. 1-2. Desan Brown, 7 for 22 with 7 runs batted in, batting .318. Spoils off a 1-2 pitch. Hernandez from the windup, the 1-2. Outside again. So that evens the count on Brown at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hernandez from Chicago, Illinois. The 2-2. Foul tip into Romo's mid. He holds on. Strike 3.
Now batting number 18, third base, TJ Schofield Sam.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Ben Hernandez to begin the bottom of the first inning. Here's TJ Schofield Sam. Committed an error in the top of the first inning. Again, 4 of the 5 runs scored by the United States unearned. 1-0. Ground ball right side. Haas to his left. Gloves, throws, and Ben Hernandez responds nicely after his lineup gets him 5 runs in the top of the first. In the bottom half, he sets down Canada in order. It's 5-0 United States.
쇼핑 중. 이건 어때? 너한테 완전 딱이다. 완전. 야, 혜기, 오늘 공연해? 공연하면서 방송 중이야. 놀라운 마인드의 시작. 듀얼로 제대로 즐기자. LG V50. Thank you.
Anything other than what you want to hit. You good? Dude!
일주 미국 공격 이번 타자 자릿수 로버트 헤슬. At the top of the second inning, now batting number 9, left field, Robert Hassel.
Robert Hassel gets it going for the United States in the second inning. They lead 5-0 and looking to add on here against Canada. Justin Thorstensen back to the mound. We see Connor O'Halloran still in the bullpen. It's a ground ball, and the first pitch goes to second. Out number 1. Big first out for Justin Thorstensen, who's trying to rebound after a brutal first inning. Now AJ Vukovic to the plate.
Now batting number 30, right field, AJ Vukovic.
Thorstensen had to throw 38 pitches in that top of the first. Vukovic goes after the first pitch and fouls it off at home plate. So already now 40 pitches for Thorstensen after that first pitch to Vukovic. AJ reached on an error in that top of the first. Looks at a strike quickly in a hole, 0-2. Vukovic 6 hits and 27 at bats now in this U-18 World Cup. No balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. A check swing foul. This is the second straight U-18 World Cup in which these two teams have met in the Super Round. Back in 2017, when Canada was the host country. The tournament held in Thunder Bay, Ontario. United States beat them 8-3. Vukovic swings here. It's a high drive down the line, foul. And he'll come back to do it again at 0-2. The United States has won 12 straight U-18 World Cup Super Round games. The last team to beat them in the Super Round was Canada. That was back in 2012. Canada got a 1-0 win against the United States. Shot fouled by the Canada dugout. Oh. That almost got Jean-Antoine. 0-2. Ground ball foul again, and Vukovic battling. Well, Canada may have won that U-18 World Cup Super Round game back in 2012, but the United States got the last laugh. Those two teams. These two teams right here matched up in the World Cup final that year. The United States won it 6-2. He started for Canada in that game, Cal Quantrill, in the major leagues now. 0-2, Vukovic, another foul ball. And he's really making Thorstenson work. It's now 7 pitches in this at-bat and still a no-ball, 2-strike count on Vukovic. AJ back in the 0-2. Pulled foul into the dugout again. Vukovic peppering the Canada dugout. Heads up. Not a very spacious dugout. And these two teams, size-wise, in terms of the players, two of the bigger teams in this tournament. Vukovic, a high fly ball, playable in right. Coming over McDowell, and he makes the catch. 2 out. Long battle there that Thorstenson won, and now he has a chance at a 1-2-3 inning following up that first. Tyler Soderstrom to the plate. See there the mark left by that foul ball on the sign above the Canada dugout. Great shot by our camera crew. Soderstrom, first pitch here, grounds one through the middle, base hit. 5th hit of the game for the United States, a 2-out single for Tyler Soderstrom, his 7th hit of the U-18 World Cup, and that brings Nolan McLean to the plate. McLean with the infield RBI single back in the first, comes up 1 for 1.
Now batting number 13, first base, Nolan McLean.
Thorstenson throws to first base, and the runner going, throw to second, he is out. Soderstrom going first move, and Canada executes that one nicely. So Thorstenson walks off with a 0 up on the board. Tag applied by the shortstop, Austin Gom, as Soderstrom is caught stealing 1-3-6. And we go to the last of the second. Canada with Leach, Diodati, and Valero coming up. United States and Canada. We head to the bottom of the second. Jason Schwartz with you. So happy to have you along. Supporters of each country making their way out to Gijang in the Republic of Korea. They have been a wonderful host for this tournament, and we are flying through it. Amazing to think that we're already a week in. And the gold medal and bronze medal games right around the corner. Just a couple of days away on Sunday. Still so much to be decided. Ryan Leach, the catcher, leading off for Canada. He's got a 1-1 count against Ben Hernandez right now. Jack Leggett, he gets a chance to play bat boy. He chases down that foul ball. Here's the 1-1. Fastball driven in the air to right. Playable for Vukovic. A little bit in front of the warning track, he makes the catch. And Ben Hernandez has retired all 4 batters he has faced so far. Owen Diodati coming up.
Now batting number 38.
What a moment last night for Owen Diodati and for Canada. Diodati came to the plate. And Japan's Yasunobu Okugawa had been absolutely dominant. Struck out 11 through the first 4 innings. 18 overall in 7 innings, but in a scoreless game, Diodati got him for a home run. Swings here. It's a high drive to right. Vukovic back. Diodati just got under that one. And a deep fly ball a couple times now in this inning. Vukovic has had to head on back towards the warning track. A loud second out. Cesar Valero coming up. But Diodati got Okugawa for a home run. Really kind of stunned the crowd here. Everyone was just so in awe of what Okugawa was doing. One of the most incredible performances by any pitcher in a single game you will see. 18 strikeouts in 7 innings. That's 18 out of 21 outs. Valero fouls it back, 1-1. Diodati's home run certainly gave Canada hope. It made it 1-0, but Japan would come back to tie it up and then took a 2-1 lead. Some late mistakes helped Japan pull away, and a 5-1 final improved Japan to 2-1 in the super round and dropped Canada to 0-3. It's a tough test and a tough break for Canada to get matched up with Japan and Okugawa. 2-1 pitch, that's foul. Let's see where that hit. Little check swing, just got the bottom of the barrel. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Valero, hitting .316. He scored 10 runs in this tournament. Tied with United States' Robert Hassel for first. Coming into this game. Payoff pitch. Got him on the outside corner. 6 up, 6 down with 3 punch outs for Ben Hernandez. United States feeling good coming up in the 3rd, leading 5-0.
At the top of the 3rd inning, now batting number 13, first base.
Justin Thorstensen with 1 scoreless inning under his belt after the 5-run first, trying to settle in as he steps back onto the mound for the 3rd, facing McLean, Romo, and Halter, 5, 6, and 7 in the order for the United States. Thorstensen brings home the first pitch. McLean takes low, ball 1. Nolan 1 for 1 with an RBI. Batting .300, 3 for 10 in this tournament. Does have a home run. 2-0 from Thorstensen. Fastball on the outside. 2-1 now. Tomorrow, the United States will play Korea to wrap up their super round. Here's a ground ball to 3rd. Schofield Sam handles that one nicely. after he made an error in the first. McLean grounding to Schofield Sam for the second time. Back in the first inning, McLean hit a ball to the left of Schofield Sam. He dove, couldn't handle it. This time a tough play, but a nice play there. First pitch strike to Drew Romo. He struck out looking back in the first inning. The United States catcher 0 for 1. Thorstenson comes home and a ground ball back to the mound off Thorstenson's glove. Chases it down, throws high to first. Romo safe. Infield hit for Drew Romo. 6th hit for the U.S. And Colby Halter coming up. Tough break there, especially because if Thorstenson doesn't touch that ball, I think Austin Gom, the shortstop, would have had a play on it. But a pitcher's going to go for that one 10 out of 10 times. Halter at the plate, first pitch, breaks his bat on a roller to second. Hamill gloves, with the ball softly hit. His only play is to first base. 2 down. Romo goes up to second. Hunter Haas is coming up now. Haas with a 2-run single in the first. And that was really a big hit for Hunter Haas. Thorstenson had been struggling. The United States was up 3-0. You kind of got the sense for Canada with a couple of errors there that if they could just get Haas and get out of it down by 3 runs, they could turn the page quickly. But Haas's hit made it a 5-run inning. The single was Haas's 5th hit here in Gijang. Right-handed hitter. The 1-0 pitch. Takes a fastball strike. Haas now with 3 RBIs for the tournament. All 5 of his hits are singles. He's got a runner at second with 2 down. 5-0 in the third. Here's a line drive to short, and Austin Gom squeezes it into the glove and ends the inning. Haas hit that one on the screws. But it's the second straight scoreless inning for Justin Thorstenson. Canada coming up looking to get some runs in the bottom of the third.
At the bottom of the third inning, now batting number 34, right field, Noah Hall.
Noah Hull, Austin Gom, and Elijah Hamill, the bottom third for Canada, due up here in the bottom of the third inning. 6 up, 6 down for the United States right-hander Ben Hernandez. First pitch here grounded sharply, but right at Haas. And just like that, one away. 7 outs on only 24 pitches to start for Ben Hernandez.
Now batting number 27, shortstop, Austin Gum.
Hernandez, 18 years old. Mentioned he's from Chicago, 6'1" right-hander out of the De La Salle Institute. Here's a swing by Gum and a line drive to right. That's a base hit. And Canada's shortstop, the first to reach base in this game here with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. Elijah Hamill coming up.
Now batting number
Hernandez
20, second field, Elijah Hamill.
committed to play collegiately at the University of Illinois, Chicago. Facing Hamill here, who's been a tough out at the bottom of the Canada lineup this tournament, batting .350, 7 for 20. (1-0) the pitch. There's a strike, 1-1. Hernandez had a really cool experience earlier this summer, participating in the Under Armour All-America game that was hosted at Wrigley Field in his hometown of Chicago. That's the home of the Chicago Cubs. Throw to first base. Gum is back in. Pretty close pickoff play there. Erwin Zambrano right on top of the call. 1-1 from Hernandez. Line drive to right. That's another hit. Gum hits second, pulls up there. And the bottom of Canada's order setting the table for the top. They've got 2 on for Micah McDowell, and all of a sudden, a chance to get back in this thing. You mentioned Canada's game on this field, on the main field against Korea. Canada's first loss of the tournament. They came into that game at 2-0. Canada's Theo Millis got the start. Last night it was Millis who started against Okugawa. It was a pretty good pitcher's duel. But Millis did not have success on that day against Korea. First 7 batters for Korea all got hits. And Canada fell behind 6-0. Good fastball there, and McDowell couldn't catch up. Hernandez throwing gas. 0-2. Next one, up and away. Well, in that game, Canada had many opportunities to come back. They ended up totaling 17 hits in the game. They left 14 men on base. Both in the 8th and 9th innings, they came up with the tying run at the plate. Dowell swings and misses. Strike 3, 4th strikeout for Hernandez. 2 gone in the bottom of the 3rd. And Desan Brown trying not to let this opportunity slip by for Canada. Brown, his first time, struck out swinging. First pitch to him here. Slider grounded to 3rd. Fielded by Halter. And the throw to first. United States taking a 5-0 lead into the 4th. 3 scoreless innings for Ben Hernandez. 2 hits for Canada, but they leave him on. Back from Gijang in a moment.
550.
At the top of their first inning, now batting number 3, shortstop Milan Tolentino.
Five to nothing United States. Top of the fourth inning. Milan Tolentino, the number 9 hitter in the order, standing in. Tolentino reached on catcher's interference back in the first. Squares to bunt here on the first pitch from Justin Thorstensen, and it misses outside for ball 1. Thorstensen comes home. Tolentino fouls it away. Tolentino's dad, Jose Tolentino, former major leaguer, played briefly with the Houston Astros. He's in attendance here in Korea watching on. Tolentino fouls one away here. It's 1-2. Milan from Mission Viejo in Orange County in Southern California. Takes a breaking ball low. He'll be heading to UCLA to play college baseball. 2-2. Foul away. A lot of these players on both teams headed to play baseball at very good universities in the United States. 2-2 coming. Thorstensen deals and a pop-up. Back is short. Gom goes out and he makes the catch. One shortstop pops out to the other to begin the top of the fourth inning. Back to the top of the order for the U.S. and Pete Crow Armstrong coming up.
Now batting number 21, center field, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Crow Armstrong started the game with a triple. Scored the first of the United States' 5 runs. Swings here and whacks one to deep right field. This one hops off the wall. Another extra base hit. Bobbled in right by McDowell. Crow Armstrong continues to third. The relay not in time. Second extra base hit of the game for Crow Armstrong. McDowell had trouble picking it up on the warning track.
Now batting number 9.
And Robert Hassel with a chance to drive home Crow Armstrong for the second time of the game. Crow Armstrong now 11 for 24 in this U-18 World Cup. Pretty close play there at third base. Infield up now for Canada, and Hassel takes a called strike. Looks like a straight triple on that one for Crow Armstrong. His second of the game. 0-1. Hassel swings. It's a twisting pop fly foul. He's behind 0-2. Thought maybe there was a chance the scorers would make it a double and an error on McDowell and Wright. But with Crow Armstrong flying around the bases, never showed any intention of stopping. Seems as though he gets credited with a triple. Thorstensen tying the laces on his cleats. No action right now behind him in the Canada bullpen. This next pitch about to be Thorstensen's 69th. Infield up for Canada. Top of the fourth, runner at third, 1 out. Pitch to Hassel. Looks at one outside. Held up the hands. He almost swung at that pitch. Good take there. Hassel, the State Player of the Year in Tennessee from Franklin, Tennessee. He's no stranger to the world stage when it comes to baseball. Even going back a handful of years ago, Hassel played in the Little League World Series. 2-2. Ground ball right side, past the diving hole, through the drawn-in infield. Hassel's 13th hit of the tournament, and it gives the United States a 6-0 lead. Second time of the game that Hassel has driven in Crow Armstrong.
Now batting number 70, right fielder, AJ.
10 RBIs now for Hassel as well. A couple United States players making cases for tournament MVP. Now it's AJ Vukovic. He swings first pitch, grounds one to third, eats up Schofield Sam. He picks it up and doesn't get the out at first base. Another mistake for Canada. Now 2 on with 1 out. Fourth error of the game on Canada. The second charge to Schofield Sam. And
Batting number 5.
looking at his glove there in that last shot. Wondering what's going on here. Canada, tough night last night. Just not executing today here. Soderstrom fouls away the first pitch. The U.S. looking for another big inning. 1 out triple for Crow Armstrong. Hassel with the RBI single. Then the E5. Soderstrom 1 for 2. Fouls off another one. Tyler reached on an error in the first, singled in the second. He was caught stealing on a pickoff move by Justin Thorstensen. Thorstensen about to make his 75th pitch. 0-2, here it comes. Low, blocked nicely by Leach. In the other Super Round game being played along with this one, Chinese Taipei has a big lead on Australia, 4-0. That game in the bottom of the 4th inning. Over on field 2 here at Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark. 1-2, the pitch. Outside, evens the count. Canada getting action in their bullpen now. A right-hander is throwing, not the lefty Connor O'Halloran, who was the first to get up in their pen earlier. Two balls and 2 strikes. Thorstensen steps off. Chinese Taipei looking to improve to 3-1 if they can finish off Australia. United States would improve to 3-1 with a win over Canada here. The 2-2. Low and outside. And off Leach's glove, it kicks away. The second pass ball against Ryan Leach. Bangs his fist into his mitt. 2 passed balls and a catcher's interference call. That one right there. Tough break too. He not only dropped it, but for it to kick so far away from his glove. That allows the runners to move up. Infield up again, 3-2. That one poked into left, down for a hit. Hassel scores. Vukovic held at third. And it's 7-0 United States. Nolan McLean coming up. Soderstrom picking up a run batted in there. Nice piece of hitting. Went down to get it on a pitch down and away. Just poked it into left. That brings Nolan McLean to the plate. McLean 1 for 2 with a run batted in. He's got runners at the corners And before he sees a pitch from Thorstensen, we're going to get a mound visit from Chris Begg, the Canada pitching coach. He makes his way out to the mound. For Canada, again, their chances at a medal game were already slim. But a loss here would knock them out of contention for play on Sunday. See there, 9 hits for the United States, 4 errors for Canada. And the U.S. trying to pour it on here. First and third, 1 out, infield, playing halfway. The throw to first base. Soderstrom back. Infield playing halfway. They don't want to commit to the plate. They'd like to turn 2 if they can. Thorstensen ready, the pitch to McLean. Good curveball there for a strike. Drew Romo on deck. That one snapped off nicely, perfect spot. Oh, 0-1. Hearing some cheers and horns being sounded over by field 2. Maybe some more runs scoring there for Chinese Taipei, or maybe Australia has gotten on the board. 1-1 to McLean, kicking the pitch. Fastball took a big hack. It's 1-2. Consolation round games today. China got their 2nd straight win. They got their first win of the tournament yesterday over Spain. Today they beat South Africa 8-0. Here's the 1-2. Down and outside. Might be the consolation round, but team still having a great time. What a moment yesterday for Bin Liu of China, who hit a grand slam to break that game open against Spain. The only grand slam so far here at this U-18 World Cup. Full count now on McLean. 3-2. Runners at first and third. The U.S. up 7-0 here in the top of the 4th, and now O'Halloran back up in the bullpen. Second time we've seen him get up. It was a right-hander throwing a moment ago, but now it's O'Halloran. McLean swings here, drives one deep left field down the line. Valero chasing. It's down, a fair ball. Vukovic scores. There's some confusion here. There was no signal made by the umpire, Moreno. But hold on. And now he wants to go look at it. That was odd all the way around. Ball crushed down the line. And both teams kind of didn't know what to do. They're going to a replay here right away. And this was called for by the umpires, I believe. Let's take a look. This ball landing, off the top of the wall. And there just wasn't really a clear signal. See Nolan McLean talking with Gerald Laird over at first base. Replay officials taking a look. And now, let's get the call. Foul ball. And that looked like the right call as the ball seemed to hit the wall just to the left of the yellow line. And confusion on the field. So McLean will come back. This is the best look at it here. And absolutely, That did not hit yellow.
Go, baby.
And McLean back to the plate. Just missed out on a home run and just missed out on a run-scoring hit. And now we'll do it again. First and third with one out, 3-2 the count. And the United States up 7-0. Thorstenson pitches. Ground ball fouls. McLean stays alive. 90 pitches now for Thorstenson, so he's not going to stick around too much longer. McLean digs back in. Thorstenson set. First and third. The pitch. Soderstrom goes from first. McLean swings and fouls it away. And we'll do it again with a full count. Fresh set of baseballs brought out to the home plate umpire, Takashi Shinya. McLean looking for his second hit of the game, looking for the 10th hit already for the United States. Thorstenson looks at first, kicks, Soderstrom goes, pitch swung on and missed, throw down to second, and they've got him in a rundown. Hamill checking over at third. Vukovic breaks for the plate. Hamill is just going to take care of Soderstrom. Vukovic scores, as that works for the United States just fine. Hamill was keeping an eye at the runner at third. Vukovic broke for the plate, and Hamill didn't throw home. They end up getting Soderstrom, but the run does count. The United States adding 3 runs in the top of the 4th inning on 3 hits and error. Nobody left on. 8-0 they lead heading to the last of the 4th.
At the bottom of the first inning, now batting
TJ Schofield Sam trying to get something going for Canada. 3 runs in the top of the 4th for the United States. They lead 8-0. And I believe only one of those runs in the 5th, or rather the 4th, was earned. First pitch, a strike from Ben Hernandez, who's given up 2 hits. Has struck out 4. Here's the 0-1. Bounces one in. Shinya getting out of the way. That one almost got him. The 1-1 down and away, ball 2. Check swing and no swing, says Geronimo Moreno. So yeah, by my count, just 2 of the 8 runs scored by the United States are earned against Justin Thorstenson. 3-1 on Schofield Sam. Hernandez fires. Schofield Sam swings, hits a fly ball out to right. Vukovic backing up, and with his long arms able to reach up and make the play. That's the 3rd fly ball out to AJ Vukovic in right field in this game.
now batting number 47, catcher Ryan Leach.
Ryan Leach stepping in. Leach has had a tough day behind the plate. 0 for 1 at the plate. Fly ball to right his first time. Takes the first pitch a bit low from Hernandez. That was the 40th pitch from Ben, the right-hander. 1-0. Ground ball towards short. Tolentino comes up to get it. Takes care of Leach. 2 up and 2 down.
Now batting number 38 is Navy hitter Owen Diodati.
Here's Owen Diodati. 0 for 1. He flew out to deep right field, sending Vukovic back to the warning track. Swings ahead of a breaking ball here. Diodati's got some big-time power. Again, last night he hit the home run off of Yasunobu Okugawa of Japan. The only blemish on Okugawa's line last night, which other than that was brilliant. Hernandez jumps ahead of Diodati 0-2. Wind up in the next pitch. Just off the plate outside, ball 1. There was some talk around the ballpark last night that Diodati had missed home plate on his home run, but there was no appeal. I saw one video replay that actually was somewhat inconclusive. But as far as Japan's concerned, all is well that ends well. They came away with a 5-1 win. Diodati had a great moment. Strike 3 called. It's been a game full of not so great moments for Canada. The United States in control, up 8-0 through 4. And they come up next in the top of the 5th here from Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark.
투수 코너 오하루란, 서드 베이스맨 조슈아 워커.
Now pitching for Team Canada, number 13, Connor O'Halloran, and number 4, third baseman, Joshi Walker.
Changes for Canada as we move into the 5th inning. There is Connor O'Halloran, the lefty, taking over for Justin Thorstenson. Also a change at third base for Canada. TJ Schofield Sam comes out of the game. Josh Walker, the new third baseman. Drew Romo leading off for the United States. The switch hitting catcher looks at a first pitch away from O'Halloran. Here's the 1-0, fouled back. It's a tough day for TJ Schofield Sam. Goes 0 for 2 with a couple of errors at third. USA with 5 in the first, 3 in the 4th. Romo swings and misses. O'Halloran jumps ahead of him at 1-2. Connor making his 3rd appearance at this U-18 World Cup. He has 1 start and 1 relief appearance. got the start against the Netherlands in the group stage and got the win. Went 6 innings, did not allow a run. Struck out 4, walked 4, gave up 3 hits. Romo swings, sends a fly ball out to right center. Brown gets a good jump, 1 away. Romo now 1 for 3. And Colby Halter to the plate. Halter 1 for 2. Single and a run batted in. Also a run scored and a stolen base back in the first inning, filling up the stat line. O'Halloran pitched against Australia for Canada. Pitched in relief, went 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 2 runs, 1 earned in Canada's loss. Halter takes low. One, the pitch. Outside, 2-1. Big one coming up later, Japan and Korea. Japan with a win would be 3-1. Korea needs to win to even their record at 2-2 in the super round. Meanwhile, Valero, nice job chasing down that fly ball. And Halter hit it well the other way, but that's out number 2. Hunter Haas to the plate. Nice grab by Valero. Got the eye black smudged all over his face.
Now winning number 2,
It's an overcast sky, but it is pretty bright out. Glare can be a little bit tough, but no direct sunshine for these outfielders to deal with. Looking like we'll stay dry today. Chance of rain for tomorrow. Haas takes outside. It's 2-0. O'Halloran looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. There's a typhoon in the area coming up from the southwest of Korea and kind of coming up the west side of the country, Seoul right now. Getting hit pretty hard with some rain. Here's a 3-1 ground ball to third base. Josh Walker into the game tested, and he passes. A 1-2-3 inning for Connor O'Halloran in relief of Justin Thorstensen. Halfway home here on Field 1, the United States 8, Canada nothing.
At the bottom of the 5th inning, now batting number 25, left field, Cesar Valero.
All United States in this edition of the United States-Canada rivalry. 8-0, the U.S. on top. Ben Hernandez, just 2 hits over 4 scoreless innings. Delivers the first pitch to Cesar Valero, low and outside. Valero struck out looking, one of 5 strikeouts for Hernandez so far. Second straight day here in the Super Round in which the U.S. has gotten a great pitching performance. yesterday, it was Max Rajic on the mound for the United States. Took a shutout into the 8th inning. Ended up going 7 2/3. He gave up 1 run. It was really dramatic there in the bottom of the 8th. The U.S. up 1-0 on Australia, or it was the top of the 8th, excuse me. 2-0 pitch, strike on the outside. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 8th for Rajic, and then he hit the last batter he faced on a 3-2 pitch. They replaced him. Jason Savacool came in out of the bullpen. Strike 2 on the outside corner, 2-2. And Savacool gave up a double that hit off the top of the center field wall and bounced back in. It was so close to a 2-run homer that would have given Australia the lead. This pitch is in the dirt for ball 3, 3-2. They actually went to the video replay to see if it was a home run. The replay confirmed it was a double. It was a good call on the field. Hernandez deals the 3-2. Valero fouls it back to stay alive. The other thing to note as well, for those watching at home, you may not realize when you look out at center field, but there's a pretty good gap in between the center field wall and the batter's eye over on field 2. So I think some people thought that the ball might have bounced up and hit the batter's eye, then bounced onto the field. But with the distance between the wall and the batter's eye, there's really no chance for that to happen. And if it did, it would be very, very clear. So the umpires got it right. It was a game-tying double. Still a huge moment. There's a ground ball back up the middle, off the bare hand of Hernandez, and then Tolentino trying to barehand it, unable to do so. And another case in which a pitcher would have been much better off just letting it go by. First of all, you don't want to see a pitcher put out their bare hand anyway to try and field the baseball. It's a valuable hand, but also that deflection slowed it up, and Tolentino really didn't have a shot after that. Here's Noah Hull. Infield hit for Cesar Valero, 3rd hit of the game for Canada. Hull 0 for 1, grounded out to second his first time. Well, after the double, Jack Leggett, the United States manager, called on Alejandro Rosario from the bullpen. Pitch fouled away. Rosario so far the hardest thrower in this tournament. And he was able to get the United States out of trouble and get them into the bottom of the 9th inning with a game tied at 1. Drew Romo, the base is loaded, nobody out. Singled through the drawn-in infield. And that gave the United States the 2-1 walk-off win. Here's the 1-1 to Hull. Ball 2. It was a great game, though, and really emotional. Both teams very passionate. Both teams were really into it. There's a little chirping back and forth as well. And I think there was a lot of mutual respect there, too. Both teams playing very hard. And Australia's had a nice showing here at this U-18 World Cup. They played a good game yesterday, executed well. Saw some great defense in that game, too. And Pete Crow Armstrong made 2 great plays in the outfield. Here's a one-hopper handled by Tolentino to second to 1. He takes it himself and goes to first. Double play. Bad luck for Canada. Hull hit a screamer, and Tolentino with an exceptional pick there. Expert play by the United States shortstop. Double play, 2 out, nobody on. Here's Austin Gom, who's 1 for 1. Lines the first one foul. Bottom of the fifth here, 8-0 U.S. The 0-1. Up and in, Gom leans back out of the way. 60th pitch of the game from Ben Hernandez, who has been very efficient. No walks, 5 strikeouts, only 3 hits allowed. Here's the 1-1. 2-1 now the count on Austin Gom. The 2-1. Skied foul off to the right. And the count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Ground ball up the middle, Haas dives. It's a base hit. Gom is 2 for 2. Couple of hits in the inning for Canada with that exceptional double play turned by Milan Tolentino right in the middle. Elijah Hamill digs in. Hamill, the number 9 hitter, he's 1 for 1. Lined a base hit to right field in his first at bat. Breeze picking up a little bit now, blowing in from left field. Hernandez's first pitch, swing and a miss by Hamill. Oh, 1. Hernandez comes home, gets a swing and a miss, and he's trying to finish off the 5th with a strikeout of Elijah Hamill. No balls and 2 strikes. Looking for 5 scoreless. The United States looking to win their 13th straight super round game. The 0-2. Popped up, left side. It's the third baseman Halter into foul ground. Now backpedaling, but he stays with it, and that ends the 5th. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 man left. No errors. 5 in the books here on field 1 at the Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark. The United States up 8-0. And we have a 5-minute break coming up here. Stay tuned for highlights of the first 5 innings. All U.S. in this super round matchup.
2초 미국 공격 9번 타자 유격수 밀란 톨렌티노.
At the top of the sixth inning,
Milan Tolentino leading off for the United States in the top of the sixth. Welcome back. USA fans with plenty to cheer about this afternoon. 8-0. US on top of Canada. Waiting for a moment here as we get a fence closed down the left field line. And now Connor O'Halloran in his second inning of work. First pitch to Milan Tolentino is in for a strike. 0-1. Top of the sixth. O'Halloran relieved Justin Thorstensen in the fifth inning as Tolentino swings and whacks a line drive into center. His first hit of the game. Tolentino at first for Pete Crow Armstrong, who's 2 for 3 with a couple of triples.
now batting 21, center field, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Pete Crow Armstrong now with his batting average up to 440 here for the tournament. Squares to bunt on the first pitch from O'Halloran, takes low. The United States wants to get to 10 runs here. They'd have a chance to mercy rule Canada. Throw to first base. Tolentino back. Final line, by the way, on Canada's starter Justin Thorstensen. 4 innings, 9 hits, 8 runs. 3 of the runs ended up being earned. He struck out 2, didn't walk anybody through 87 pitches. 60 for strikes. Got some bad luck. 4 errors committed behind him. Throw to first. Tolentino barely off the bag to begin with. One. Good fastball. In for a strike. It's 1-2 now. O'Halloran looks at first, now comes to the plate. And Crow Armstrong with a swing and a miss. O'Halloran strikes him out. Breaking ball there, sweeping across the plate.
Now batting number 9, left field, Robert Hassel.
For Crow Armstrong, it's the 5th time he has struck out here in this tournament. Robert Hassel to the plate. Time called and granted by Takahashi Shinya, the home plate umpire, before O'Halloran's first pitch. Hassel is 1 for 2, a couple of RBIs, sacrifice fly in the first, a ground out to second in the second, and an RBI single in the fourth. O'Halloran jumps ahead of him at 0-1. Tolentino on at first. Throw over again. Still 4-0 in the other super round game being played right now. And Chinese Taipei just added a run. It's now 5-0, that game in the top of the 7th. So again, if these two scores hold, barring big late comebacks from Australia and Canada, Japan and Chinese Taipei would move up to 3-1 in the super round. Pitch fouled away. Then you'd have Japan at 2-1, Australia 2-2, Korea 1-2, and Canada 0-4. Meanwhile, ground ball down the line into the corner. It's fair. Tolentino around third, being waved home. He scores into third. Hassel. United States up 9-0. Hassel able to get on that one and flip it over the first baseman's head and down the line. A triple for Hassel, 3rd triple for the United States. And Robert Hassel now 14 hits, more than any other player here at the U-18 World Cup. Vukovic, first pitch swinging, fouls it off the catcher's mask. Now foul ball here. The United States trying to bring home its 10th run of the game. A.J. Vukovic is 0 for 3. 6 for 29 in the tournament. He's reached twice on errors, scored both times. 0-2 misses outside, 1-2. And Robert Hassel has just had himself a week. The Vanderbilt commit leading from third as Vukovic takes inside. Hassel now 14 hits in 28 at-bats, 500 batting average. 4 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 11 RBIs in this tournament. On top of that, he's walked 4 times and struck out only 3. Making a great case for tournament MVP. Infield up for Canada. The 2-2. Fly ball right center field. Brown on the run. He reaches out, catches it, but Hassel coming home to score. Oh, and on top of all those numbers, Hassel just scored his 12th run of the tournament. 10-0 United States. And we may see a change here for the U.S. A.J. Vukovic, nice job there going down to get it. He hit that ball well. It went away as Brown able to track it down. Everything really working for the U.S. in this one. A lot of timely hitting and taking advantage of Canada mistakes. Meanwhile, it looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Tyler Soderstrom. Jack Bolger going to come up and hit. We've seen Bolger enter many of the United States' games. 2 for 4 with a run batted in so far during the tournament. Jack Leggett meeting with the home plate umpire Takahashi Shinya to go over the lineup card. Now that Bolger's in there for Soderstrom. So Soderstrom ends up going 2 for 3, couple of singles. He had an RBI. See there, the U.S. 5 runs in the first. There were 3 Canada errors in that inning, then 3 runs in the fourth. So far, 2 here in the 6th. First pitch, Bolger takes a strike. 0-1, next pitch. On the outside edge. Strike 2. O'Halloran working from the windup here. Nobody on, 2 down the pitch. And Bolger couldn't hold up. O'Halloran makes quick work of him, and that ends the inning. But the United States in position for a possible mercy rule win. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. The United States 10, Canada nothing, trying to get on the board. Ben Hernandez back to the mound. Some changes for the United States. Trying to get them all for you. Know that Drew Bowser is definitely into the game. He's playing third. Third baseman Colby Halter has moved over to second. And Bowser, it appears, is in the game for Hunter Haas, the second baseman. And then you have the position switch. Halter going to second and Bowser inserted at third base. I think that is it. Actually, it looks like Austin Hendrick is coming to the game as well. Hendrick out in right field for A.J. Vukovic. Meanwhile, ground ball here to second base. And Colby Halter at his new position is tested. Takes care of McDowell. He's now 0 for 3 out of the leadoff spot for Canada. One out in the bottom of the sixth. Canada all of a sudden down to their final 5 outs. They can't get on the board. The United States up 10-0 here. Desan Brown at the plate. First pitch from Hernandez, a slider, bounces in front of the plate for ball 1. So I'd imagine that Austin Hendrick replacing Vukovic. I don't see Vukovic out in left field, so Hendrick will bat in the 3 spot. And Haas replaced by Bowser. Bowser will bat in the 8th spot. 2-1 on Desan Brown. And now you're all caught up. You are now up to speed. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. And it's 2-2. Brown is hitless today. He has struck out and grounded out to third. Oh, that one very close. Erwin Zambrano saying swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hernandez kicks, fires. Just missed there. Three and 2. The windup, the pitch. And a broken bat pop-up to Bowser at third. He makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Ben Hernandez has just had this Canada lineup in fits today. Josh Walker to the plate for the first time. Walker came into the game in place of TJ Schofield Sam defensively. Now bats, swings here. Skies 1 to left. There's Hassel. He's under it, makes the catch. A 1-2-3 sixth for Ben Hernandez. 6 scoreless in the books for the United States righty. And the U.S. up 10-0. Looking to add on in the top of the 7th. McLean, Romo, and Halter due up when we come back from Gijang.
내가 무슨 인싸야? 인싸지. 너도 인싸 될 수 있어. 거기서 봐. 그렇지. 네.
삼촌 완전 인싸네.
내가 무슨 인싸야? 인싸지. 너도 인싸 될 수 있어. 거기서 봐. 그렇지. 네. 몰랐구나. 자, 우리 들어가.
우와, 이렇게 돼? 진짜 신기하다. 와, 이게 AR로 찍은 거야? 오빠 내 말 안 들려? 난 이런 거 안 되는데.
네 건 안 돼? 너도 5G잖아.
이런 거 다 하려면 요금제 비싸지.
아니, 난 5만 원대로 싹 다 무제한으로.
5G 서비스부터 요금제까지 차원이 다른 5G는 U 플러스 5G.
On to the top of the 7th inning. Nolan McLean leading off for the United States. All U.S. against Canada, 10-0.
At the top of the 7th inning, now batting
United
number
States looking to
16, first base, Nolan McLean.
claim North American bragging rights here. They scored 5 in the first, and they haven't looked back. Connor O'Halloran delivers the first pitch high for ball 1. United States with 10 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They have left 3 on base. Canada, no runs, 4 hits, and 4 errors. They have left 3 on base. And those 4 errors do not include a couple of passed balls against Ryan Leach. Here's the 2-1. And McLean now ahead of the count, 3-1. O'Halloran gave up 2 runs on 2 hits in the 6th. Delivers a pitch up and away, ball 4. That is the first walk of the game for either team. And it comes here leading off the 7th. Drew Romo, the switch hitting catcher, steps in. Let's check on the action over on field 2. And Chinese Taipei now up big on Australia, 11-0. That game in the top of the 7th. We may see 2 games end in the 7th by mercy rule in the Super Round today. 3rd Super Round game, Japan and Korea coming up later. 6 o'clock here local time. Big matchup there. Must-win game for Korea. Japan put themselves in the driver's seat with a win over the host country. 1-1. Grounded foul left side. Tomorrow, the final day of the Super Round, where the positions for the medal games on Sunday will be decided. Australia and Japan will play at noon. Meanwhile, ground ball to short. Gom has it, eat him up, goes to second. And that's the only out. There you go. Canada, a chance to turn a double play there. It just has not been their day defensively. Taylor made double play ball, and it turns into a fielder's choice. So Romo now at first base. Colby Halter steps in. He's 1 for 3. So tomorrow, Australia and Japan on field 2. That game at noon. And then here, the United States and Korea at noon. That'll be a good one. At 6 o'clock tomorrow, Chinese Taipei and Canada. No balls and 2 strikes on Colby Halter. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Swings here, lines one up the middle. Hops in front of Gom. He's able to get it. Goes to second one. And Gom doing it himself for the double play. So he couldn't turn the routine one. And that one much harder as it lined past the mound. Skipped in front of Gom. He was able to smother it. And the 6-3 double play ends it. But Canada coming up in the bottom of the 7th. The United States 3 outs away from a shutout mercy rule win. We'll be back. The world number 2, United States, thoroughly dominating the world number 10 ranked team, Canada. It's 10-0, bottom of the 7th inning. And the United States, with a scoreless inning here, would finish off Canada. Ryan Leach leading off, the Canada catcher, 0 for 2, fly to right, grounded to short. Hernandez starts him behind 2-0. 80th pitch there for Hernandez, who really hasn't had to sweat much today. 5 strikeouts, no walks. He's given up only 4 hits, all of them singles. 2-0 pitch to Leach. Fouled back. Ryan 2 for 16 at the plate. Batting out of the cleanup spot today for Canada. The 2-1. Fouled away. That one at 147 kilometers per hour. 91 mile per hour fastball. Hernandez has consistently been in that range all game. 2-2, bounces one. Came in with a changeup, spiked it. And a full count now on Ryan Leach. Nobody on and nobody out. Three-two. Swing and a drive to left. This is trouble. Hassel goes over, and that one falls and heads to the wall. First extra base hit for Canada. Leach sliding into second, well ahead of that throw. It's a leadoff double. Canada in a good spot here to at least extend this game past the 7th inning. Owen Diodati will come to the plate now. Diodati 0 for 2, fly to right and struck out looking. Coming into this inning, all 4 Canada hits had come from the bottom half of the order. Top 5 batters had been a combined 0 for 13. That changes with the Ryan Leach double. Tough to win when you're not getting production from the top of your order. 0-1 the count. Hernandez comes home. And an off-speed pitch for a strike. He's got Diodati at 0-2. Changeup and a good one. No balls, 2 strikes. Hernandez looking for his first strikeout since the 4th. He got it. The high heat. Diodati down on 3 pitches, 1 gone. Cesar Valero coming to the plate for Canada. Fastball up with some run. Diodati swung over the top, or swung under it, rather. 6th strikeout for Hernandez. And Cesar Valero 1 for 2 standing in. The first pitch to him. Slider low and outside. Now Hernandez falls behind Valero. Valero an infield hit in his last at bat. Struck out looking his first time up. Cesar's had a nice tournament. 7 for 21, a .333 batting average. He swings and misses there at a changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike. Good pitch. Hernandez with a very advanced changeup. 1-1. Runner at second. The pitch. Low, 2-1. Great to have you all with us this afternoon from Gijang. Our day 8 coverage of the 2019 U-18 World Cup, the 29th edition of this tournament. United States has won 4 in a row. A win here this afternoon, putting them in position to make it 5 in a row. A loss for Canada drops them out of contention for a medal round game Sunday. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hernandez. And the United States looking for the perfect 10, a 10-0 shutout They are 1 out away from that. 6 2/3 for Ben Hernandez. 7 strikeouts, only 4 hits, no walks. We're going to see a pinch hitter now for Canada as they go to the bench and bring Rafael Peltier into the game. Peltier running at second for Ryan Leach. So Ryan's day is done. And it's up to Noah Hull to extend this game. First pitch swung on and missed. Hernandez staring in for the sign. Looks back at the runner Peltier. Deals. Grounded foul. And the United States is strike away. They had to scratch and claw their way to a 2-1 win over Australia yesterday. Today, 5 in the first, jumping all over Canada, and trying to finish off a 10-0 win in 7 innings. The 0-2, fouled off. .95 pitches now for Ben Hernandez. He's been in control since a 1-2-3 first when he struck out 2. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. And the United States, 10-0. They defeat Canada in the super round. 5 runs in the first, and Canada never was able to recover. Ben Hernandez with a complete game over 7 innings, the shutout, 7 strikeouts. And great performances up and down the batting order for the United States. They are now 3-1 in the super round. Canada drops to 0-4. And the picture becoming clearer. The contenders for the world title, that list growing shorter. As we see these two North American rivals high-five and fist bump, shake hands following this one. Final totals, the United States with 10 runs on 11 hits and no errors. They left 3 on base. Canada with no runs on 5 hits, 4 costly errors, and Canada left 4 on base. Ben Hernandez the winner. Justin Thorstensen takes the loss for Canada. That'll do it for our coverage here of this U.S.-Canada game. Still plenty of action left here in Gijang today on day 8, including later tonight, the final super round game of the day between Japan and Korea. Don't want to miss that. But that'll do it for me for now. For everybody here in Gijang, I'm Jason Schwartz. Thanks so much for joining us. The United States beats Canada in 7 innings, 10-0. Stay tuned. Highlights of this one coming up next.
이어서 캐나다 선수단입니다.
First, the visiting team, USA.
감독 잭 레겟.
Manager Jack Leggett.
Defensive for Team Canada at the top of the first inning. Pitcher Justin Thorstensen. Catcher ended. The next competition will begin at 6 p.m. between Japan and Republic of Korea.
Victor, if this year come back earlier than me, I will stay here and he don't need to be here. When he finish he's here before I leave. I stay here. But someone has to accompany. Yeah, but USA. He's gonna be Canada. I'll be with him too. But if the DCU come back before I leave, he's gonna back to again. ¿No? Cuando si llega antes de que se va a hotel. Ah, él va y tú te quedas aquí. Sí. Ah, vale, vale. Cuando si llega antes. ¿Ya ha acabado los tres allá? Casi. Ah, todavía no he
비었어. 소녀. 예. 소녀. 맨날 왜냐면 형한테 똑같은 걸 치도 않아서 존나 보이는데. 아니면 그거 아니야? 그냥 이게 사진 할바 있잖아. 한나.
아니 이거 오랜만에 팔았대 이거. 대박이다. 왜? 이거 야 이거 KBS 핏대를 내가 닦았고 좀만 닦아. 이거 오랜만에 팔이야. 나중에 큰 차 갖고 와주시죠. 예. 선생님 이거 캐 치는 건 없어요? 캐 치는 거 있는데 바로 하면 관계자 출입금지랑
창고 마이크 체크 1, 2 예. 모니터 PGM 2개 모니터 PGM 2개 마이크 체크 1, 2, 3, 4 1, 2, 3, 4 캐스터 하나 둘 셋 하나 둘 셋 하나 둘 셋 예 하나 둘 하나 둘 셋 원, 투 하나 둘 둘 다 PGM 바꿔줘야 돼.